Listen up or run for cover. Dropping knowledge from the people who have it to the people who need it. The real Brad Lee is dropping
What it is, Brad Lee back again with another episode of Dropping Bombs. Today in the studio, folks, I got a real badass. And, just so you're not let down, a real treat for you. Ian Wendt, what's cracking, dude?
Hey, man. Appreciate you having me on the show. It's good to be here.
Yeah, now, see, folks, he was here a while back, and we couldn't find his episode. So I said, dude, next time you're rolling through Vegas, come back because I got to make sure the bomb squad hears of old Ian Wendt. Now, if you guys haven't heard of Ian, by the way, Instagram is at iWenster.
Yep.
Like W-E-N-D-S-T-E-R.
I-W-E-N-D.
Right.
T-S-T. Yep.
W-E-N-D-S-T-E-R. iWenster. Go follow his ass. Now, if you do follow his ass, you're going to find out, basically, he's the VP of training and development and leadership of Caliber. Yeah?
Yep. That's correct.
That's that kind of direct-to-consumer company?
Yep.
That does what? It's got some crazy-ass new products coming out?
No, so Caliber is one of the largest direct-to-consumer sales companies in the nation.
Direct-to-consumer, explain that. Like you're at the Costco selling to the customer?
So we specialize in door-to-door, but we also do events, trade shows, call floor, basically anywhere.
So that's why you say direct-to-consumer?
Correct. Yep. And
never knew that. Did you know that, Will? Direct to consumer.
Yeah.
That means no stores.
Correct.
Nothing online.
Yep.
I can only buy it face to face.
That's right. Yep. And we're one of the largest in the nation, and to my knowledge, I believe we're the only one that's been bought out by a Fortune 100 company when Dish acquired us a few years ago. And since then we've gotten our equity back, but it's pretty exciting.
Dude, cool, crazy. And then you're obviously in charge of training because you did door-to-door and you kicked ass. And how'd you get from, basically a door-to-door salesman up to a VP of this big old behemoth?
Yeah.
And earlier we were talking and you said something about these cool products. And I was like, well, shit, I cut you off because I'm like, I'll talk about that on the air because I like talking about cool new products. What
Absolutely.
were you talking about?
Yeah. So you want me to start with kind of how I got where I am now?
No, just name the products.
Oh yeah. So, we do Dish Network and Sprint, which is our main products. We also do pest control. We do a medical device like a.
That wasn't it. You were talking about a mentalist.
Yeah, I was getting into that. Those are our main products we sell with Caliber. And then in addition to that, I also run all of the marketing for our other entities, which one is a mentalist. His name is Jim Carroll. He has the greatest memory in the world. He, at the age of 50, he was diagnosed with cardiomyopathy, and they told him he had 6 months to live. And so he hit the exercise bike and started eating right. And while he was on the exercise bike, he got really bored. And so he started memorizing cards and memorizing zip codes and memorizing this and memorizing that. All of a sudden he goes back and he reversed the cardiomyopathy. And now his memory is actually getting better with age. And the crazy thing, Brad, is that he has actually been on the Ellen Show, Jimmy Fallon. He's been on all these big shows, and he pretty much knows every celebrity on the planet, but no one knows who he is because, hey, he hasn't had the marketing. So that's
marketing's key, dude.
That's where we come in. So
and that's and also your company not only obviously markets, but do you have an outside agency that helps people market or no?
So I have 6 people on my team. I have a creative director and a senior designer, and then we have graphic designers and videographers. But we do use outside agencies as well to kind of handle, the overflow and when we get real bogged down with a lot of that stuff. So yes, we do use different agencies. Yep.
See, so if there's someone listening in the design world, they can reach out and be like, dude, I'll take your overflow.
Absolutely.
See, I'm bringing freaking jobs together.
Yep.
Here at Dropping Bombs.
That's right.
All right, so so now wherever you want to begin is okay with me, but what I want to make sure I remember talk about is the mentalist.
Yeah.
And you said one more?
Yeah, so that's actually the biggest one.
What was the other one?
We're currently developing something called the Signal Relief Patch. And man, I am not the kind of person that's like, that believes in that hooey booey stuff, and it takes a lot to sell me on something, but man, this thing is it's revolutionary. So It's basically a pain relief patch. And it's been in development for about 8 years now, and we're finally starting to build out the website. The website will be done in a week. And
That's all coming in under Caliber?
Yeah. So it's under the same roof, but this patch, I can tell you the story of how it came about. But at the end of the day, basically what it's doing is it's healing people's pain abnormally quickly, and we have top, doctors from all around the world and top physicians saying this is insane. Like this is the kind of thing that could end an opioid problem. Like it's crazy. Well,
I don't believe anything's going to end that because nobody wants it to end.
Well, yeah, that's
the ones making the opioids.
Fair enough, but the people that are
not
going
to let it end.
Yeah.
Hey, here's my question.
Yeah.
You're a sales expert.
I am.
Somewhat.
So, yeah, I'm one of them, I guess.
There's a handful in the world.
Absolutely.
You're one of them.
I'm one of them.
So I got a question.
Hit me.
You ready?
I'm ready.
What's the first step in the sales process?
In the sales process?
Yes, sir.
I would have to say understanding prospecting, understanding who.
That's the first step. So if I'm going to work and I see a customer.
In my sales process, absolutely.
So your sales process, you see a customer and you stop and reflect on prospecting.
Well, no, I mean, you got to think about
I ain't talking about learning it. I'm talking about in a sales process.
Yeah, no. So from my point of view, it's on the doors, right? Because that's where I sold. So with me, it was, I'm looking at the house and I'm saying, okay, if this person has a garden that's real trimmed up nice, then they're going to be the kind of person that wants all the details. If this person has a cover on their car, then they care a lot about their car and they're probably going to be pretty.
Okay, so you're scanning the environment.
Absolutely.
So the first step is scan your environment.
And then know your customer. Knowing who it is.
I'm going to give you that one. I just say preparation.
Yeah.
But that's
absolutely.
the same thing. I'll give it to you. Most people won't say that.
That comes from preparation.
Yeah, but most people won't say preparation. You know what they say?
What?
Meet and greet.
Yeah.
Introduction. They call it whatever they call it, but it's when you meet somebody. That's the first step in the sales process. No, it isn't.
No.
Not if you're a pro.
It starts off the doors.
Not if you're a pro.
Yeah, that's what I tell my guys is, you always hear about, hey, put the hours in on the doors. Do, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Hard work. The thing is, very few people focus on the hard work off the doors as opposed to the hard work on the doors. And the hard work off the doors, the hard work off the court, the hard work out of the office is what actually pays you in the long run and gets you where you want to be.
That's right. So what did we talk about last time you were here?
What didn't we talk about?
Did I grill you?
You did.
What did I grill you about?
I think it was just sales. You grilled me about sales.
Remind me on what to grill you for.
You tried to sell me VT. I remember that.
I didn't try. I just told you about it.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly. We talked about sales. We talked about training. We talked about knowing people. We talked about adding value. Yeah,
dude, let's talk about that VT for a minute. Because now, did I try to sell you VT or Caliber?
It was Caliber through me because at the time I was in charge of it.
And the question was, why didn't you do it? Let's talk about the objection. How did I fail to close?
You know what?
Wendt?
You didn't actually fail to close me because, like I said, I'm actually going to be talking to you about using it for Jim, and I think it's a phenomenal product. It wasn't.
Well, you won't be talking to me. You'll be talking to one of my sales guys that apparently can close people. Because shit, you already talked to me, and I couldn't get the job done.
I'll let you know how it goes with them.
Hey, here's the question though.
Yep.
What didn't you do it for?
Price?
No.
No.
Why didn't you do it? You said
it
I tried
was
to
literally
sell you
just
Lightspeed.
it was just because we were using something else, and I was already in bed with them. We already had a contract, and just wasn't any way out of it. But if I could have got out of it, I would have done it.
Oh, so
you sold me,
but you didn't do it because you're already tied up in the bureaucracy, and you already had a platform.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's exactly what it was.
And I'm being curious because I'm serious. I always wonder why didn't someone do it? And when you say
no, and I'm not trying to fluff you. I'm not trying to that's real, man. Like I love the platform. I've seen what it can do. You showed it to me last time. It wasn't a matter of not wanting to use it.
There's nothing like it. And by the people you were using, is losing another customer too because they're coming over.
Yeah.
So I don't know what other systems do. I just know what ours is designed to do, and it's designed to get people to learn, and that's the purpose. Most systems are designed to host.
Yeah.
Or store.
Yeah.
Or archive.
Yeah.
But they're not designed to.
They're not interactive.
Anyway, I don't want to talk about Lightspeed. I do that all day. Here's what I want to talk about. This I want to know, like, where are you weak? Where do you think your weakness is?
Man, you know what? That's actually an easy one to answer. I am, and I don't want to make it sound like I'm trying to hide it, but my passion gets in the way often, and I am very emotional. It's funny because when I'm in sales, I'm able to help people and get them to make a very quick decision, and I'm able to influence people in a positive way. But when it comes to like business relationships, things like that, I often get caught up in being very emotional when I'm confronted with something that I feel like is out of my control, or just, maybe not react in the best way, because in my mind, when something happens, I'm like, hey, I don't want any excuses. I just want to get it done. I just want to win. But oftentimes that makes it so that I forget that there's a right way to go about it, and there's a right way to get things done, as opposed to just steamrolling people. And that's been something I've worked on for a long time.
You were a steamroller, or you need to be?
I was a steamroller, and I need to tone it down, for sure. And what that also does is I feel like it also makes it hard for me to be willing to accept problems and be able to accept failure for myself or people around me. And so it makes it really easy for me to just kind of, just plow through things emotionally rather than just, I don't know. It's that's what I would say. I would just say my passion gets in the way a lot.
Passion gets in the way. I could go on that one.
But
no, I have more questions. I want to find out a few things. Last time you were here,
yeah,
I was kind of busting your balls because, like, obviously I claim to be the best salesperson on earth, but it's obviously just me messing around. Man, I'm dying over here. But in reality, I technically am. So I want to test your knowledge.
Hit me.
I want to see if you're,
Hit
legit.
Me. Hit me.
You're a sales expert. You do sales coaching, but
I do.
You do it for a company. Most people think, well, if he was so good, he'd do it for himself. No. You're making kick-ass money. Caliber's, coming out with products. You guys are all over the place. Yeah, you're looking for people. You hiring?
Well, yeah. So I actually was. I don't remember what episode it was. You were talking to somebody about. A lot of people say, "Oh, just jump in, just burn your boats and do this." And I've personally learned over the years. I think your analogy was kind of dip your feet in the water. I'm in a great place, and
my analogy wasn't dip your feet in the water
or something like that. It was like,
I don't tell people to dip their feet in the water.
I can't remember what it was. It was something where you.
I say, listen.
Don't close the door before you open another.
No, listen. Here's what I say. No. I say, first of all, I'd say don't burn your boats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do not.
I think that's what I'm referring to.
Listen, anytime you eliminate options,
right,
you are worse off than you were. So do not burn your boats.
Yeah.
Now, I also say, if you must, force yourself to have no other options is the only way you'll do it, well, then you should burn your boats. Why? Because at the end of the day, the goal is to do it. And if that's the only way to do it, then do it.
Absolutely.
But I think you're foolish if that's the only way to do it. Right. And I highly recommend not burning your boats only because it's stupid. Uh-huh. That's all. You're limiting your options, and the whole game of life is about options.
Absolutely. So my focus is Caliber. My focus is the marketing for Caliber and for our different initiatives and things. But I also have, in the last year or so, that I have started to coach people on the side. I've started speaking more, and kind of sharing what I share within Caliber with
coach them in sales and marketing.
Yeah.
Well, what do you want to talk about first? What are you stronger at? Answer's always both, son. Answer's always both.
I didn't want to say both. It makes me sound like a.
See, now you're worried about other people's opinion.
Fair enough.
And that would
all right. Both.
See, I'm gonna have a coaching.
Well, I will tell you this.
I'm coaching you right now.
I will tell you this.
See, look, Will. See, Will, you getting this on camera?
I will tell you this, Brad.
You go back to Caliber, and you'll be like, dude, he was roasting him up. You should have been there.
Hey, I will tell you this. I did come into Caliber with the idea. So I graduated with marketing degree. I never in a million years thought that I would actually end up in marketing. I can tell you that. And you were talking about options. What I can tell you is that I thought sales training and sales in general was my ultimate passion. And even though I'm very good at that, what I've found is that marketing and being a creative and helping these businesses grow by using digital marketing and all these other different things, that's where I have figured out where my passion was. And that just came from figuring out ways to fill gaps and just add value anywhere I could. And I feel like it's something a lot of people miss. They think, oh, I start in sales, I'm going to either be a salesman, a manager, or a trainer, maybe. But there's no way I could ever do something else in the company. There's no way. And so many people, especially in the door-to-door industry, you know, we have this thing where it's like, if you
other than take the whole thing over, be president, CEO, start a competitive organization that wipes out the one you're working for, like, why are you limiting yourself to just sales manager, or what'd you say?
Yeah, sales rep, sales manager, whatever. I mean, what it comes down to though is just throughout my career, I figured out that I was great at sales, but I also figured out that I was a lot better at teaching people how to, well, not even better. I would just say I was good at teaching people how to do what I did. And so I filled that gap.
Well, that's a value right there, because you can replicate quality and consistency.
Yeah.
And right now, like I could make a phone call and get you 1,000 jobs, because everybody needs somebody.
Absolutely.
that can reproduce reliability.
Yeah. And so that's kind of an anomaly in my industry, because there was no position to run a training program at that point. But because of that,
direct to sales.
Yeah. Well,
is that your industry?
It's just door to door. Let's call it the door to door industry.
What about that Sam? What's his name?
Yeah, Sam Taggart.
Yeah,
he's the man. Sam Taggart did the exact same thing, man. He recognized a gap in the industry. He filled it. He added a massive amount of value for tons of people, and now he's built an empire. And
an empire, holy boy!
I mean, it is. I mean, he's
some strong.
I mean,
words.
dude, he's to the point now where he has a full team.
He told me he's just getting started.
Oh, you're
talking about an empire.
That was 2 years ago. Though.
Come on, man.
Sammy, if you're listening to this, man,
Ian,
got your back.
Let's get your thinking up. now let's listen. And by the way, I think he's done a great job too. But Tony Robbins, is he got anything? What's Tony got? If Sam Taggart's got an empire, what's Tony got?
Okay, I mean a dynasty.
Oh, okay. And then if he's got a dynasty, who does? I don't know. Tony's probably the top of that game. You know,
I already got
the
answer. A universe.
Yeah, but you see what I'm getting at.
I get what you're getting at.
This is the lesson I'm giving you, Bomb Squad. Pay attention. See, when people think like, oh my God, like, because I used to think, dude, when I do $1 million, it's gonna be unbelievable.
Yeah.
And dude, $1 million wasn't shit. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, okay, just once I get to $10 million, same thing.
Yeah.
Sam Taggart, by the way, he is a good dude. He was here, and he's a good dude. I like Sam.
Yeah, I've worked with him for the last few years.
D2D-Con, amazing, dude. He put together. There was nothing.
Why haven't you come?
Well, that's where I'm getting at. You said there was nothing like it, and I'm thinking, fuck, there is something like it. It's D2D-Con, isn't it? That's door-to-door resource.
That's what we've. I've been a part of that for the last 3 years. I've been lucky enough to speak. Well,
I must have misunderstood when you said there's nothing like it. You said I thought you said there was nothing in the industry to train, so you train people.
With what?
Door to door doesn't train people?
Oh, no. What I was referring to was there was no conference. I mean, you have like FitCon, you have GoPro for MLM. There's nothing like that for door to door.
Right. So then I said, that made me think, well, what about Taggart? Doesn't he have something
like
that?
So he's the one
before that?
No, that's before that. He's the one that's created it.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, so he's the one that saw that massive value and added it. And now it's a community. The door-to-door company has for the longest time, it's been like the freaking battleground, man. Like, you can't meet people without being worried about them recruiting your guys or whatever. It's just been so cutthroat. But now, you know, Is
that still happening?
Of course it happens. But what's interesting, D2D-Con's like the purge. It's like, or like the good purge. It's like the 2 days where everybody comes together and it's like, we can be friends.
Is that a rule?
It is. He makes it a rule. He says no recruiting. But I don't know.
You know what's happening,
yeah,
dude. If you're any good, you're recruiting 24/7.
Yeah.
Dude, you should be recruiting right now. Just dropping pearls of wisdom on people, going, dude, hey, by the way, if anybody's looking for an opportunity, dog, hit me up at what is it? I am Wendt.
Well, no, I'll tell you this right now. It's with me personally. If you're looking for somebody to speak to your organization and absolutely blow some minds and get you guys in a great spot for sales, for marketing, whatever you want.
Marketing, folks.
I'm definitely the man. And then if you're between the ages of like 18 to freaking 26 and you're looking for an incredible opportunity in sales where we can help
training and everything.
Yeah, everything.
Even though it's on
internships, we offer some of the best internships in the nation for sales, and Caliber's where you want to be. So if you're looking for that, hit me up and I'll connect you with the right people and we'll get you going.
Yeah, cool. And you do training.
Yes.
So folks,
just got done doing a training this morning.
Yeah, but that's an opportunity, kids. That's an opportunity. See, OBL brings you opportunity. I bring you freaking funny stories. I bring you freaking interesting people.
Yeah.
All for the price of what? You know how much I charge for my podcast? Zero. But you know what I'm going to start doing? Charging guests. You know why? Because now it's all reaching like 7 billion people.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be hitting you up for jobs, freaking training. Everyone's getting help with OBL. Can everyone just send me $2?
Well, hey, at least you got the guys that bring you something when they come.
That's right. Hey, dude, otherwise, I think everybody's got something to offer. And like I put this guy on here one time. He didn't have no money, didn't have nothing. And everyone was like, why are you getting him on there? Dude, sometimes you have to learn what not to do. Sometimes you have to listen to people that, like, I have friends that are broke. I have friends that are rich.
Yeah.
Okay. And to me, dude, they're all the same. Now, the money gives somebody resources. So if I see an opportunity, a land deal, I don't call my broke buddies. That's just stupid. Well, guess what? Guess who needs me to call them the most? My broke buddies. Yeah. Problem is, you don't call your broke buddies when you got an opportunity. You call your rich buddies. You're prepared. I don't call it rich. I call it prepared. Because if you called me right now and you said, Brad, you give me $100 million cash and I can get you $240 million within 6 months. Well, number one, which sounds illegal, but let's assume it was a legitimate opportunity.
Yeah.
And I don't have $100 million.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, get prepared. People get prepared.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have $100 million. Because if you just told me with $100 million, I couldn't help.
Right.
But I want to be able to in that situation.
Absolutely.
So how do we get prepared? Your sales or marketing? Which one would you pick? You can master one.
Oh, sales. Sales.
See, I'd master marketing.
Well,
you know why?
Why though?
I'll tell you why.
Say, if you know how to sell something, I feel like you're set for life.
Well, again, theoretically, but I could put you in a position where that's not true. You ready?
Yeah.
You're the best salesman on earth.
Okay.
And I'm the best marketer on earth.
Okay.
Number one, if you got no one to talk to, who you selling?
I would sell you on hiring me.
Okay, good answer. What do you mean? You'd sell me. I'm a marketer.
Yeah, I would figure out what you're doing, and I would, if I had no chance, I would sell you or someone else on hiring me to do something that I get paid for.
Yeah, so decent answer, good answer. Now, if you're a salesman working for someone that isn't marketing, how much money are you going to make? Not could you make, likely going to make.
I'd quit and go somewhere else, but yeah.
Why? How come?
No, because without marketing, you got nothing. Especially in this day and age.
You just said it, son. You just said it.
Yeah.
And that's why marketing's better, because you just said it. Without marketing, you got nothing.
Hey, you know what? That's why I'm in both, right?
And there's a bomb right there. And here's what I want people to realize. Because I teach sales and closing.
Absolutely.
Most people will market.
Uh-huh.
And there's marketing even if you're not marketing.
Yeah.
And there's reputation even if you're not trying to make one.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of ways to get business besides just quote unquote marketing, but I put it all under marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Like digital ads, Facebook ads, social media.
Yeah.
That's one spoke. That's not only marketing.
No.
A direct mail piece is marketing. Knocking on that door technically is marketing. Leaving a flyer is marketing.
The image, the brand.
Yeah, so to me, marketing is more important for that reason. Because, dude, if you don't have anyone to talk to, you can be the best salesman on earth and you ain't selling shit to anybody.
Yeah.
Now, if I have 1 million people to talk to, average ass salespeople, which most of them are, can make me millions of dollars.
Mm.
Why? Because I can generate freaking customers.
Mm.
You can close them. So sales and marketing are two different things, but if I had to pick one, I'd pick marketing.
Let me ask you this.
Because, dude, I can take an average order taker, drive 1 million people through them and make a bunch of money, but I can't take the best sales team on earth and have no one to talk to and make money.
So let me ask you this. Let me play devil's advocate. What if it was a different time? Because I feel like the time and age that we're in right now, when you talk about digital marketing, when you talk about what's possible with the internet and with social media, that's a game changer. But what about without that? What about when it's just
when I
direct,
grew up?
How
old are you?
Face to face.
How old are you?
Yeah.
How old are you?
Me, 32.
Yeah, so I'm like 51, bro.
No, you're not.
I'm like your fucking
really?
grandpa.
Yeah. Really?
Dude, listen.
Hey, look at this guy. This guy looks good for 51.
How old are you?
32.
Okay, so basically I'm 20 years older than you. When I was 20 out selling shit, you were shitting in your diapers for another 2 years. So I'm way older than you are right now. So I used to be no internet. Trust me. Like, dude, there was no internet whatsoever.
Yeah. So
there was no social media. There was no texting. There was no freaking cell phones.
So with that, wouldn't you say that sales were? I mean, for example, like when I was a kid, I would go, door to door and do lawn mowing and shoveling yearly contracts with my neighbors. Right? That wasn't but I wasn't doing any real.
You didn't have yearly contracts.
Oh, bro,
fucking
yeah.
8 years old. Come on, I want to see it. That'd be worth some
bro.
money.
Wait,
That just shows that you were smart even then. Because,
IMS, Ian's Mowing Service.
Yeah, but that just shows you were smart even back then, because most kids mowed lawns if they were a little entrepreneurial. Like I pulled weeds, mowed lawns and shit.
Yeah.
But I didn't ask for 1 year contract.
Oh, I locked them down, bro.
See, that's why you were the next level.
And then we brought in the shoveling. We said, hey, you got this extra service.
Yeah, see, people don't know that, like, you know, when the top sales trainers in the world, like before it was Brian Tracy, you know, I forget their names now, Joe Girard.
Yeah, Brian Tracy's a big one.
Yeah, but look them all up. Where are they at now?
Yeah.
Again, they're respected, but they're gone.
Yep.
Who's coming up? Well, then you got the Grant Cardones, and then who's coming up? Then you got the Mandino's old too.
Mandino's old.
Yeah. So anyway, all I'm saying is then the Grant Cardones came along. Well, Grant's into real estate now, dog. He's in a hedge fund. Yep. I don't think he's training anybody to sell shit.
He's throwing events.
But see, thanks to Brad Lee and Lightspeed VT, we made Grant immortal by virtualizing him when he was all about sales.
Yeah.
And so now, Cardone University for businesses, dude. Go, boom. There's Grant is in his prime.
Yep.
But the problem is times change. So, and I'm not saying his content doesn't, because he has studios, he adds to it all the time. But my point is, dude, eventually he's going to be gone.
Yep.
How do we know that, Ian Wendt ain't the next da-dang, whoever that is? Because when I think of a sales guru, like, who's the biggest sales expert in the world? I always think of like Joe Girard, because I started in the car business, and that was who was the big guy. Joe Girard, and then who's the guy I'm thinking of? The big
which one?
I don't know. I just said him. He's like almost done.
Brian Tracy?
Yeah, Brian Tracy. Yeah. So he was the big
Psychology of Selling.
Yeah, he was the big dude. And then Tom Hopkins.
Oh yeah, Tom Hopkins is a big one too.
Yeah, so all these big name trainers are gone pretty much.
Well,
Tom doesn't go out and train anymore.
And I think that's actually, we were kind of talking about this before we started this, but I think that actually has a lot to do with just the fact that, again, with the times changing, tactics change. Like I get into it sometimes with salesmen. Jordan Belfort's, he's a stud. You know what? I get into it with people sometimes. Brad Lee. There you go. Drop the bomb.
Dude.
I get into people because I am very against the old tactics. I tell people, don't name drop. Name drop if you have names, because otherwise people are wondering who the hell are the Johnsons and why are they buying so much crap on this street, right? And
is that hold on? I just, because listen, I hear Kenny. What's his name?
Kenny Brooks.
Yeah, he was here the other day. So I know what you're probably talking about when you say, hey, the Johnsons just bought my shit and you should too. Yeah. Is that what you meant by that?
Yeah, the name dropping thing. I'll tell you a funny story too.
But it's neighbor drop. It's not name drop. Name dropping is like me and Brad Pitt the other day. We were hanging out.
No,
that's name dropping.
It's neighbor dropping.
You know,
right?
Jerry next door gave me your name, said you might be interested in some spray juice.
Yeah, they're trying to add value by using the bandwagon effect, but what they don't understand is that some people that doesn't resonate with. Everybody's different, and everybody wants to receive the product or the service in a different way. Everybody wants to buy in a different way. One of the biggest focuses when I train guys is based on, I don't know if you've ever read the book Navigate by Dustin Hillis, but he, in my opinion, is one of the best salesmen I've ever heard of, because he doesn't just sell, he knows people. And when you know people, that's when you're a salesman. If you don't know people, if you don't know what they want, how they want it, and how to give it to them exactly the way they want it, you're not going to sell. But the guys that know that...
untrue. You just won't sell as many.
Yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough. When I say that, yeah. But
we keep it real here on Dropping Bombs, Ian.
But I guess what I'm getting at is, what I teach my guys is, the best salesmen know that every day they're not going out and selling people and talking to them in the process. They're talking to people and selling them in the process. Too many people get that mixed up. And it's all about just being genuine. It's just about being a human being and talking to people the way they want to be talked to. And that's the sales of today. It's
I would agree with that.
It's about real. And that's why, be
real.
Be real. And that's why some of those salesmen, as great as they are, right? They're the forefathers, whatever, but they're out now.
Yeah. Well, again, I mean, like, look at Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
Okay. You heard Elvis Presley?
Yeah.
Now listen, I'm going to piss some people off with this, but that music ain't that good.
No.
Okay, go turn on old Elvis Presley records now.
Yeah.
Dude, that used to be the freaking holy shit.
And I really might piss some people off, but I don't like the Beatles.
All I'm saying is, dude, you go listen to some of that old Elvis Presley shit, and then you like turn it off in about 5 seconds. Now, again, yes, it was good. Oh, that's classic. Things change, man.
Yep.
That's why I like marketing better also. Dude,
you got to adapt.
People ask me all the time, hey, I'm 24, man. I listen to Drop Bombs, or I follow you on Instagram. Like, dude, your shit's amazing. I got one question. I'm like, what? What would you get into if you were my age? I say every time, marketing, digital marketing. Why?
Branding.
Because, dude, let's say you are a $1 trillion company. You'll pay me so much money to make you a multi-trillion-dollar company, and that's how you make somebody scale, is marketing. Like right now, dude, if I marketed Lightspeed, I would be 10 times bigger than I am. Why? Because I'm not marketing.
Yep.
People say, well, why aren't you marketing? Because I spent several years getting out of my own way, then another bunch of years putting in these processes, and then another bunch of years fixing them.
Yeah.
And now we're
there.
ready. So again, you're going to start seeing a little marketing, but marketing, dude, let's talk about that.
Let's do it.
Because if I'm listening to this podcast and we can drop a bomb or two on marketing.
Let's do it.
So let's say you're a small company and you ain't got no money. How would you do some grassroots marketing?
No money.
What if I took all my money and I gave it to you as a consultancy?
Yeah.
And I said, man, Ian, hook me up. Act like this. So treat me like a customer.
I mean, dude, here's the thing. Everything nowadays is all about the image and the brand that you're building and social media and instant gratification, right? And so how hard is it to make a post? You know, what's incredible is people that are not keeping up with these times, quote unquote, or adapting to this day and age of marketing, they don't get how easy and we hear this all the time, right? It's gotten to a point where it's almost like tired, but how readily available the ability to build something is at your fingertips with just a post or with just understanding how to maneuver Instagram. I mean, it's literally, it's right there. And all you have to do is have a little bit of a creative mind to be able to make something stand out to someone and then post it. And if you can do that, all of a sudden you start reaching people that are like, yo.
Which platform's best for that?
You know, I personally use Instagram a lot. And again, I can't remember. What?
TikTok.
Oh, I'm using TikTok too, but TikTok's a different beast, man.
Dude, TikTok is for what you just mentioned. Like, if you don't have to be creative to do well on Instagram. Okay. If you're creative, that's a better thing every time, I think. But the creative comes in when you get to TikTok.
Yeah,
dude. Have you seen the editing tools they give you?
Well, are you talking about building like a personal brand then?
No, you said creative on social media, but there's a lot of people on Instagram kicking ass. There's nothing creative about what they're doing.
Fair enough.
You scroll up and you see a cool shirt and it says swipe here to buy it, and people are buying the shit out of them.
You know what?
Tea companies, Kylie Jenner holds something up, thousands of them sell. That's not creative. And it's on social media and it's working. So you don't have to be creative. But TikTok is where that comes into play, because if you put the normal shit on TikTok, no one's looking at it. You know what they're looking at? The creative shit. They want to see you. They want to see you do a what do you call it? One of those viral dances. They want to see you do what they call a duet. They want to see you lip sync a freaking play. But like, I've seen these influencers on Instagram.
Yeah.
That, dude, Instagram loves them. They try to move over to TikTok and they haven't been able to very well. You know why?
Because they don't have creative bone.
No, they're doing the same shit they're doing on Instagram, but on TikTok, dude. It's the tools. It's the creativity. People want to see what's in your head.
Well, but
like on a,
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy. Have you used it or not?
Yeah, I'm on it. I think.
But did you just do a video, or do you realize how many tools are in that app?
No, yeah, I do. Honestly, I'm new. Like, this is new to me.
You can put in raindrops and then hold your hand out, and the raindrops freeze, and it looks like it looks real, and you can put on these avatars that look like you got $1 million makeup job on. It's crazy.
The thing about TikTok though is that that's building that personal brand. But when you're talking about a business, I'll give you an example. I'll play devil's advocate and argue with you on this one. In Instagram, I'll give you an example of a company that's killing it with marketing, and because of the creativity, they're killing it. I don't know if you've ever heard of Rob Bailey. Rob Bailey in the Hustle Standard. So they sang that he does that song "Phenomenal," not phenomenal. Excuse me. what is it called? It's from a.
Great job of marketing. You can't even remember it.
No. What is it? I can't remember the name of the song. Beast. It was in Southpaw, the movie Southpaw. Okay, he's the one that did that song Beast. Anyway,
dude, I'm an older fella. I may not have saw it.
Well,
it's for you young kids.
Yes, you said you like fighting. Watch that movie. It's great. But anyway,
Southpaw with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so that song Beast, that Rob Bailey did that. But what people don't know is that he also has a clothing company called Flag Nor Fail.
Oh yeah.
So I wear almost nothing but Flag Nor Fail anymore, and you know why? Because their marketing is killer. The story posts that they use, the different ways that they get people to engage, the drops, the exclusivity.
It's a cool brand, real cool.
They know how to creative,
dude. They know how to build a brand like it's going out of style. But they know how to market.
And see, that's what I was saying. When you're asking me about how to build a business brand, Instagram, if you know how to do it the right way, that's the business. But if you're looking at building a personal brand and you're working in creativity, TikTok all day.
Well, again, I don't agree.
It depends what you want.
They did a good job branding and marketing. It had nothing to do with Instagram.
Well, no, I'm just saying they're on the platform.
Yeah, but Instagram gave them the exposure, meaning they could have done that anywhere.
Yeah. That's fair enough.
Yeah, so like I've built what do you call a personal brand on Instagram, and all I'm doing is posting videos of me walking around here running business all day. And people are like, holy shit, this guy's fucking crazy.
Yeah, but you know what's interesting is you're not actually selling anything, and I think this is what a lot of people miss. You're not really selling anything on your Instagram. You're not selling products, but because you're so good at getting people interested in your brand and in you.
Personal brand.
Yeah, you as a person. You know, like, how do I know you go to the hockey games? Because I follow your story. I watch your stories. I know you go see the Knights, right? That brings people into this business, and then you sell those products. Yeah. So I think TikTok is definitely going to be a huge thing. For me, it's still new, but it's definitely it's going to be a good platform for anybody that's looking.
So I'm a dude. I got a little business started. I got a couple of people working for me. You know, I'm not doing millions, but I'm not broke either. I'm doing fairly well. Maybe I'm paying myself $10,000 a month, and I'm leaving 25 or 30 grand a month in the company as cash flow.
Yeah.
And you come along and you say, dude, I'm gonna help you out.
Yep.
I'm not gonna charge you because you don't have enough capital, but I'm gonna get you big, at least to the next level. What would you have me do?
So the first thing I would want to do is really work on the actual brand itself. I'd want to work on what's your image, who are you, what's your logo look like, what's your.
Now that's like from a frame up restoration.
Absolutely.
How about just a quick hit? Show me how to make a little more coin than I'm making now. Let's worry about.
Start using digital.
Let's worry about my underwear afterwards.
Create a 15-second ad with a swipe up that gets people to your business and make it creative enough that people want to stop and look at it and swipe up. That's what I would do. I would figure out
how much would that run.
It just depends on how much you want to ad spend. It could be $2,000.
Dude, I just told you I only got $25K.
Yeah.
I could lower my pay and come up with $35K, but no one's going to do that probably. I would, but not many would. So I got $25K.
Yeah.
I'm running a business. I'm making decent money, and I need to market because I'm not marketing. Yeah. A lot of these small businesses, dude, go in there. They're not marketing.
Yeah.
Everyone says, how do I get rich?
Yeah.
Fucking, how about try to market? Like, dude, I'm sitting here trying to figure out, I'm going to scale my business. Let me think. I'm not marketing on purpose.
Right.
Think about that. There's people not marketing because they can't afford to.
Yeah.
So what do? They knock on doors, and then they get a little bit more successful, and guess what they don't do? Start marketing. They start to hold on to that money because they remember how it was being broke. And so now they got a little bit of breathing room, and they don't want to get rid of the breathing room. And so now they stunt their growth because they're afraid to spend money and market. And so what I'm trying to point out is, listen, just because you're making 25 grand, dude, I'd get rid of that as fast as possible. Why? 25 grand sitting there in positive cash flow, that is business capital. That is to market. That is to get more attention.
Yeah.
Now, would I take that 25 grand and give it to you so I can make my brand look better? No, I don't believe so. Why? Because someone's brand may not be very good, but that's not why it ain't selling.
No, you gotta sell the product.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I ain't gonna come to your website and be like, "Oh my God, I love this shit," but this brand is stupid. The logo's lame. I'm getting out of here.
That's not. It's not a make or break.
Yeah, but guess what? If I don't come to your website, that'll starve you.
Absolutely.
So how do you get people to your website? Well, you make a little creative 15-second, boom, swipe up.
And then you got to create a landing page. That's what this guy's done.
Yeah, so again, correct. Yeah. So now I'm out in my truck listening to Dropping Bombs. I'm hearing this Ian dude, and it's like, hey, I can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you can't find somebody that can, hire them to do it.
Well, if they can't, call you.
Absolutely.
But the point is what would you have me do?
After you create the ad and after you create the landing page?
Yeah. Pretend hey, I don't want to hire you, dude, but just tell me how to do it.
Yeah. So, like I said, build the ad, build a landing page that you can push people to. On that landing page, make sure there's a place and it's clear of how they're going to buy your product or how they're going to buy your service, and very informational. And then spend the necessary money that it takes to actually reach the right people or the amount of people that you want, so that you can sell that product to as many people as you possibly can, and start doing that now and keep doing it. What happens
I spend my 20 G's and nobody converts?
Well, that I would tell you, first of all, don't spend 20 G's without converting. What I would say is start small and figure out what is actually hitting the market the right way. Do tests, right? Is it this ad that's actually bringing more people in, or
is starting small better than not starting?
Absolutely.
Wouldn't you agree? See, how come people are out there not marketing?
Because they're afraid.
No, it's because they don't have money.
Well, yeah.
But they do have money.
Yeah.
They just don't want to spend it.
Because they're afraid.
Because it's not very much money.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, I ain't going to do anything.
That's right.
I don't have these big marketing budgets like my competitors.
Yep.
You got $100, dick face? Why don't you spend it and see if you can get your fucking phone to ring?
Yeah. It's true.
No, I don't have these big marketing budgets. Dude, you just said if I had 20 grand, you wouldn't even spend it. You'd spend a little bit of it. So you'd do that if I had 20 million. It's the same thing.
Same exact thing. Because first of all,
I would say for people with a little bit of money that are listening to this, start marketing even on a little bit of a basis, and then take whatever you have, divide it into 2 or 3, and make those your, let's call them units. Even if you only have $1,000, good. Well, now you got $333. Market with that and see what happens, and then tweak it, and then do it again, and then tweak it, and then do it again.
Tweaking
so now you spend $1,300 at a time. And by the way, what if you only have $1,000, dude? Do it at $10 at a time. You can put $10 budget on Facebook and see what happens.
Yeah,
maybe nothing.
Yep.
Well, now go to 20.
Yep.
Point being is, everybody doesn't want to start. They just want to sit there and hold their money or make some excuse. They don't have any.
I mean, that's the same for everything, right? Everybody wants the success. Yeah, drop it. Everybody wants the success. Everybody wants the success of their business, the success of their brand or whatever, but they're just not willing to do. Again, it sounds cliche and it's heard a million times, but they're just not willing to move. They're not willing to just take the first step. They're not willing to, figure out how to add that value. Let me ask you a question. Yeah.
Let's pretend if I took this right here, I would be buff. And you can't talk to me, but if I drink this, I'll be buff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But I don't know that.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here and you watching me through a glass, you can't talk to me. And I'm sitting here struggling and depressed because I can't get buff. And if I drink that, I'll get buff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know that.
Yeah.
Am I unwilling to drink that?
No.
Okay, then because you just said everyone's unwilling. Everyone I don't believe is unwilling. No, I don't think they know, because who the fuck would be who would be unwilling?
Yeah. Not everyone. I feel a lot of people, I guess. I
don't know that they're unwilling, dude. I think they're unaware. I think they don't know what you know, and you think it's, well, shit, they're just unwilling. No, dude, I don't think they're aware.
Yeah.
Because who would be unwilling? Unwilling would be, dude, I want to be buff. We'll drink that. I ain't drinking that.
Yeah,
Why?
But that's an easy answer.
I know, but I'm unwilling to drink that. No, I don't think anyone's saying that. I don't think they're aware that this will do it. Yeah. You know why? Because maybe they drank some other shit and it made them gain weight.
Mm.
Why? Well, because it wasn't this. You weren't doing it right. But the point is.
But what if that same water bottle was in Russia in a mountain and you had to go get it and drink it?
If that's what got me buff, let's go.
Would you still do it, though?
If I believed that's what I needed to do, yeah, I would. But I'm not normal.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I think the abnormal people, the uncommon people, whatever you want to call them, they're willing to do what it takes if they know that it's going to work.
Well, again, that's because they're aware, is my point.
Yeah.
It's not like people are unwilling.
Yeah.
People don't know. So like but what you're saying right now, people who listen to this are like, see, I bet you anything I'm waking someone up right now. Why? Because they were thinking exactly what I just said. People were thinking, which is, I don't have $100 million ad budget, so I'm not even going to try. And a lot of people do that. Why? Because I talk to a lot of business owners, dude. I'm like, so how much are you spending on marketing? Guess what they say?
0.
Yeah. well, we're basically word of mouth, and so you're not spending any money getting a hold of people. Nope. I'm like, but guess why they're talking to me? Because they want to scale their business and they just don't know how. And I'm like, you don't know how? You don't know how? How about marketing?
Yeah.
See, oh shit, I didn't even think of that. See, they weren't unwilling. They just didn't know.
Yeah.
So what you and I are talking about right here is, I think, going to wake someone up. Because, dude, doesn't take a bunch of money to market.
Yeah.
You will spend a bunch of money marketing if you're successful.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you should pray to spend $5 million a month in marketing.
Fact.
Because most people can't get past 10,000 unless they're just stupid. They don't have any clue. They're just like, because there are people losing money in marketing. Yes or no?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're doing it wrong.
What's interesting is, I'm gonna take this jacket off. But what's interesting?
See, now I got him real, Will. See, now he's being real.
Now we're ready to
Threw him off his game. He was coming in here with all this thoughts in his head, like I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say that. You ever get in a fight?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always like whenever I've been in a fight growing up, because I didn't get too many, but like I always thought, okay, so like if he does this, I'll do that, and I always picture myself being this badass, and then when you get in a fight, you don't do any of that shit.
Yeah.
That's
kind of off the cuff.
Yeah, but that's what entrepreneurialism is like. It's like, well, I'm gonna start this company, then I'm gonna go here, and then we're gonna go to this trade show, and then guess what?
Never works that way.
Yeah, you get your teeth kicked in. Now you're out of money. Now what?
Well, what I was gonna say is what you're saying is true, because in most what I find is in a lot of places, I won't say most, but in a lot of places, the marketing budget is the smallest, and it's like, what are you thinking? You don't want to spend this money on a kick-ass video? Why? That video could literally turn into,
but here's why.
Who knows what?
Most companies will spend their money on a branding video.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And branding isn't overnight.
Fact.
Okay, so you walk in and you hire a marketing company and you say, okay, and the marketing company gets passionate about these brands. Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, we got to make this cool video of you, just tell people, if you want this, it's that. It's great. It's great. Let's make it.
Yep.
And yeah, dude, you're starting to elevate your brand, but that doesn't translate into dollars.
No.
So I would say that's why people don't do it, because, dude, anyone wants a cool video of their company. But like if you said to me, Brad, I'm going to come in here and make the baddest, like it's Super Bowl commercial worthy commercial for Lightspeed, I'd go, what are we supposed to do with it? Because again, dude, that's marketing.
Yeah.
Marketing is getting people to see it.
Absolutely.
Not making a fucking video.
Yeah.
I believe. Now, again, it is all under the umbrella though,
yeah.
Creative and branding but like, dude, somebody wants to come in here and work on my brand.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking I'm gonna make money with this. That's a long-term growth plan. Yeah. I want to bring in the guys that do marketing, where I say, listen, I've got a freaking course for $397.
Yep.
Okay. I'm investing right now $1,000 a week, and I'm getting 7,000 back.
Mm-hmm.
Can you go scale that for me? See what I'm saying?
Yep.
Well, that's marketing too, right?
Yep.
They're going to go in and write better Facebook ads, better copy, better landing pages, all the best practices. Oh, you were asking people for 3 pieces of information, and you should have been asking for 1.
Yep.
Well, I need the other 2. Ask them after they give you the 1, because then if they bail, you do this. It's like all these, oh shit, I didn't even think of that. Well, no shit, because you're not a marketer. Yep. You haven't done it over and over and over and over and over again. You don't know to not redirect them to a page. You don't know that the load time is going to fucking cause 70% of your traffic to not even see the ad.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not planning a nurture campaign.
Yeah.
Your copy sucks. Your pricing sucks. Your branding sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So, you got 25 grand? Let's fix your brand.
Yes.
Fuck no. I'd be like, worry about the brand later. Let's fix all the other problems. How come no one's on my website? That's traffic, dude. Anyone can buy traffic.
Yeah.
Like right now, how many followers you got?
I think 14,000.
Okay, you got
15.
Okay, you got 14,000 followers.
Yeah.
How many you got? 700. Okay, so who has more exposure?
Me.
No, you don't.
Oh no, actually he does, because he's got less people to.
No, he doesn't. You have the same.
Huh?
You have the same. You have 14,000 followers. He has 700. I said, who has the most exposure? Both of you, because the exposure is 7 billion. That's who's on fucking the internet.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys, you have cheaper exposure than he does,
mm-hmm.
because you can reach 14,000 with basically a swipe up, and he has to buy 13,300 to equal you. How much does it cost to have 13,300 people go through a 15-second video? It costs you money.
Yep.
Maybe not a lot, but dude, you would have to pay it and you wouldn't. Make sense? So that's what I mean, dude. Like people, their minds have limitations. Like, oh, I can't do it. I don't have 1 million followers. You don't need 1 million fucking followers. You need to buy 1 million eyes, because the followers are just what? Eyeballs. Well, they're influenced. They know you. They follow you. Right. So that means you're going to be able to do it cheaper than the next person. But the next person can get the same eyeballs as the next person. If I want all of Conor McGregor's eyeballs, I could pay for those eyeballs. And if my message is good and my offer is good and the conversion is good, I just spent more. I know, but I just spent more than Conor would have had to. Make sense?
Yeah.
He could have done it by just going on a show, or he could have done it by doing a story because he's got millions of followers. Kylie Jenner, why do you think she's a billionaire? Because she's so smart? No, dude, she's a billionaire because dude, she has
her brand
fucking 100 million followers or whatever.
Yeah.
And when she says, "This is my lipstick," everybody wants it.
Everybody wants it.
That's influence.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And by the way, that's right there. That's not sales. Oh, she's the greatest salesperson.
No, that's
on
marketing.
earth.
She's not selling anything.
That's marketing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, I can sell
Absolutely.
shit
No,
with marketing, but
she's
you can't sell shit
She's
with
not
no
selling
marketing.
that's why people pay her to put a product on there, because they know it's going to go off the shelves like that.
Dude, I'm gonna try. I've been trying to get to her. If anybody can get me to Kylie, I've got I've got $1 billion opportunity for her, and I'll get to her because I know people that know people.
There you go.
I've been working on it. I'm gonna get with Kylie.
There you go,
dude. Only because of that reach.
Yeah.
Now, could I go out and get all Kylie's people to follow me? Yes. Kylie can just do it cheaper. Why? Because Kylie will charge me to post on her fucking account. Well, it's 2 million a post. Okay, give me 5. I just got the same followers as Kylie, didn't I? I just had to pay 10 million. She didn't. And by the way, when you say she didn't directly, because somebody spent a lot of money for her to look like she looks.
Yeah.
Kim spent a lot of money for her to be who she is.
Yeah.
Kris Jenner spent a lot of time and money and meetings and crap to make Kim and the rest of them. But Ray J and Kim kind of kicked it all off, didn't it? So, and by the way, Ray J's on Lightspeed, just FYI. But anyway, the point being is,
you're not going through Ray J for Kylie?
No, listen. Well, no, I don't think they get along now. But
I was joking, bro.
But no, I'm not going to get to Kylie more than likely for a while, and it's going to be difficult. But man, because when someone's making that much coin, one more, person in the crowd saying we can get rich, like, bitch, I'm already rich. Okay, like you get to a point where all the offers, even if they're good, they're just not that enticing anymore.
Yeah.
Like if I had $30 billion and freaking $2 billion a year net coming into my estate, and you came up and you go, Brad, I just want to show you this idea I've got. This app's going to be big. You'd be like, dude,
yeah,
how fucking big?
Right. Prove it.
It's going to be $90 million.
Yeah. Heard before.
Dude, if you had $30 billion, you think $90 million matters?
Yeah.
It doesn't.
No.
That's what's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Freaking crazy.
Changes the mindset.
Listen, back to sales.
Yeah.
I just want to test your sales prowess. You got the first one pretty good. Most people don't get that, dude. I say, what's the first step in sales? Meet and greet, introduction, whatever. I say, no, preparation, dude, which is what you're saying, man. Get your mind right. Yeah. Make sure make sure you don't stink. Make sure that you are as good looking as you can be.
Yep.
Make sure that you're like, your mind is clear. Meditate if you have to. Look around. Take those mental notes. Oh, this person. Do your research. Do your homework.
That's the key, is knowing beforehand what people are like and what to look for. And because I was doing a training this morning. I do a month-long kind of boot camp idea for anybody that wants to actually go the distance in the company. It's called the Nidus. And basically, we're just going through Navigate. We're just learning how to understand personality selling. And that was one thing I told him is, if I go up to a house and I see that everything's in order, everything's in place, nothing, everything looks very OCD, then I know that person is more than likely that same type of person, that they like everything to be in order. They're probably they probably don't like making changes, or they're more consistent, and they're probably not going to like things unless it's the right decision, and they're going to want to know everything about the sale. And so I already know what objections they're going to come up with, and they're going to be different objections than, say, somebody who's more concerned with social recognition, or somebody who's more concerned with being in control.
Who's that guy? Navigate book. What's the book
It's called Navigate 2.0 by Dustin Hillis. It's one of the best books I've ever read with sales.
Really?
It's absolutely changed my career. Because again, knowing that if I hit a door, I'll give you an example, bro. I'll tell a story. This was about probably 4 years ago. I was on the doors training a sales rep, and we hit the door, and this lady comes out, and she's got a pink shirt on, or not a pink shirt, excuse me. She's got a pink strip through her hair and a Metallica t-shirt on. And the rep that I'm training just goes, he goes through his normal pitch. Hey, how you doing? We're in the neighborhood doing this, blah, 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 blah. And she just goes, I'm okay, guys, thanks. And I'm in the back, and all I do is I just say, hey, you have pink hair. She goes, well, yeah, I do. And my sister told me not to do it, and I thought it was a great idea because I like it, and blah, blah, blah. And then I said, and you have a Metallica t-shirt on? That's freaking awesome. This lady was like 60 years old. I'm like, you have a Metallica? That's amazing. I love Metallica. Yeah, Metallica's the greatest band, blah, 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 blah. She goes off for probably 10 minutes about Metallica and a pink hair, and then she goes, so what are you guys doing? Bang, sold. Why? Because based on what she was wearing, based on how she was presenting herself, I knew that she was the type of person that wants social recognition, that cares about what people think about her, that wants to be lively, that wants to communicate, that wants to be outgoing. So what did I do? I approached her the way she wanted to be approached. And that changed everything.
Sure.
Bang, sold. And that's what I'm talking about when I teach these guys. That's the first step, is knowing the people you're about to encounter. If you're going into a small town, you're more than likely going to encounter people that aren't very fast-paced. They're really slow. They take a long time to make a decision, or they need all the details.
How do you rush them?
I personally just call it to action.
So what if someone's not interested?
It just means you haven't interested them yet.
Yeah, but what if you come to my house selling dildos? I'm not interested.
Well, why not?
Because I don't need or want or have any interest in them.
Okay, so I'm going to go find someone else that is.
Exactly. So I don't have any interest. At what point do you say, dude, I'm wasting my time here?
Well, again, because if you know the people you're talking to, you can figure that out pretty quick.
So you probably wouldn't approach me in the first place.
Hell no. Especially if you were like, I don't want or need this, and nothing you can say is going to help. But
dude, because people are out there going door to door, knocking on the door. Someone opens the door. What the fuck do you want? And all of a sudden, these new door to door sales guys, because they're all nervous, right?
Yeah.
Or the opposite. Like the dude opens the door and they'll sit there and let you in and let you hear your spiel, and they're not interested.
Nah. But you know what?
But you're sitting there spending 4 hours trying to say, why not?
Well, and those people though are different, because there's people that make a quick decision, and the reason why is because they just want the facts. Like, I would assume, I mean, you're a salesman, so salesmen are a little different because they're more of a hybrid, but people that are generally aggressive are the kind of people that don't want to pitch. They just want you to say, hey, look.
That's me.
Yeah, if I can do this, this, this for you, and at the end of the day it makes sense, are you afraid of change, or are you afraid of making decisions? Absolutely not, because you want to be challenged. You like to be challenged. So if I challenge you, I'm speaking your sales language.
And I'd also say, you know why? Because I'm the biggest laydown there is.
And then,
especially when they approach me like that.
Well, yeah.
And dude, I'm just proving your point. Because
Absolutely.
When someone calls me and they're like, Mr. Lee, thank you for your time and blah, 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 blah. And I don't care if it's canned or it's good or it's sincere or it's authentic or none of that.
Yeah.
If I think it's a pitch, you better get to the fucking point quick for me. Like I respect people that walk up and go, look, if I can do this, would you be interested?
Absolutely.
And then I would say, of course, don't be stupid. And by the way, don't ask stupid questions.
Yeah.
If I could show you how to get $10 million, would you be interested? Well, of course. What do you got? And then cut to the fucking chase. Like, I invented a software that basically finds money in your power bill. It's amazing.
Cool. Show me how.
Yeah. Let me see it.
Yep.
Like, boom. I don't need no spiel.
Nope. And what's interesting too is the people that are like that, they have so everybody's heard the sales wall, right? Oh, I got to tear down the sales wall. Well, what is the sales wall? This is just my opinion of it, I guess. But, and again, it comes from that book. It comes from the study of personalities. But my opinion is, someone like you, I know that once I break through your hard shell, once I get to that point where you're like, man, all right, this guy's not beating around the bush, I'm just going to do business with him. I know that you're also a very social person. I know that more than likely you're going to be a dick at the door, but then you're going to be inviting me in and we're going to be shooting pool and talking about who knows what while you buy my business.
Well, you'd be wrong. No.
Just
almost.
You don't like pool, ping pong?
No, because I'm not a dick at the door either.
Oh, fair enough.
Only because like I hey, someone's at the door. What's up? I open it up. It's a salesman. First of all, you're I'm like, oh, little feller, look at him trying to make a living. So like I just have a different perspective.
Just tell me you're not the guy that lets him go on and on and on and on and then says, hey, your sales pitch was good, but nah.
Well, again, I mean, sometimes depends on the mood I'm in. But if someone's knocking on my door and I answer it, I'm not a dick. I'm like, what's up, buddy? And they're like, hey, your neighbor. And I'm like, dude, trust me, my neighbors don't fucking do shit. And you shouldn't even be in this neighborhood. Didn't you see the guard? They're probably calling the cops right now. However, I can save you by buying your product and saying you're with me. What do you got?
Yeah.
I've done that before.
They're
awesome.
Like,
solar alarms. And I'm like, fucking Vivint. He said, yeah. I said, I've been what's funny is I wanted a Vivint alarm.
There you go.
Not
Perfect
necessarily
time.
Vivint, but if some other company would have came. But I like Vivint and I like that Todd dude story.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so it was that guy.
Yeah.
So he comes in. This is a whole story that you just reminded me of. So I tell him, okay, and I cut to the chase like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was talking to me and he fucking somehow knew who I was. That's what supposedly made him extra nervous. Because when I answered the door, he's like, fucking dude. And so I'm like, what up? And he goes, dude. I'm like, so after we got
so first of all, that's why you were open to him.
Well, no, I'm open to anybody. But that is,
you're a social recognition person.
Better.
Yeah, exactly. Because you like to be recognized.
Yeah. Hey, look at me. You don't want to.
You hate to be rejected.
Hey,
you love that.
The real Brad Lee. Hey, look, I'm famous.
You're like, oh, all right.
So dude, it buttered me up, of course, but that wasn't it. And I cut to the chase because that is how I am. So you pegged me there. I'm just not a dick at the door no matter what. But
most aggressive people are.
Yeah, a lot of people are dicks at the door and they're nice inside. But
that's my point.
But this guy, ultimately, I'm sure I sell myself the fucking alarm. I'm like, okay, I'll take 6 of those sensors.
That's what all of us are like. We're the salesmen are the easiest sales.
Yeah. So he's going around the house just like, okay. And he probably cracks me. Who knows? But I was giving him tips.
Yeah.
On his pitch.
Yeah.
And I've never sold alarms. Well, I just ran into him this morning, ironically. This morning.
Really?
He came up, dude, you remember me?
Who is he?
I said, he goes, dude, you remember me? I said, who are you? No, I said, no, not really. He goes, Jeremy, I sold you your alarm. I said, oh, what's up, dude?
Jeremy what?
I don't know. Jeremy something.
I know a lot of people from Vivint. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, his name's Jeremy something. He's here local.
Interesting.
But apparently he's like, he tacked on solar since I talked to him. And like, he's making a killing. He's in charge of the whole freaking field. He's like freaking killing it, he says. I'm like, oh man, that's right on. He said, dude, what you were telling me at your house, you like, I used to just be limited. And like when you were telling me that, I was like, holy shit. And it's like, dude, he goes, I never thought I'd do better than I was doing.
Yeah.
He goes, but I'm doing like 3 times better. And man, I'm looking to do even more, and I owe it all to you. I said, shit,
that's
my
all,
man.
There we go. What are you selling me now too?
Yeah,
you sell me solar too.
Yeah. You want my solar business?
But what I was getting at too is when you asked me, okay, what about the people that are wasting tons of time? Well, that's because those people are not the aggressive type that are going to make a quick decision. So with those people, I literally don't waste time. I say, hey, I appreciate the fact that you're probably going to want to know everything, and I assume that you're going to want to, really make this decision after knowing everything or whatever, but my job is not to give out information, and it's no disrespect or anything, but my job is to help you understand why this is a good decision and help you make the decision today, not tomorrow. You can call me in a week or a month, but I won't be here. Like, me sitting in front of you is the value that I add, and my job is to help you pull a trigger you don't usually pull. At the end of this conversation, if I can show you this, are you able and willing to make a decision today? Or would you rather have time to think about it and just I'll leave you my number and no hard feelings or whatever. Like that, I will literally set the floor with people that I know are probably, like if I'm talking to an older person that I can tell they're probably going to have to ask their grandson because they take care of their cable bill or whatever, I'm going to say it up front. I'm going to say, look, that's just how my job is. I'm not a flyer boy. I don't get paid to give you information. I get paid.
Is that what they're called? Flyer boys?
That's what I call them. They're my flyer boys.
Is that an industry term?
I mean, yeah, we have a little thing where
Dude, I'm gonna tell Taggart that I'm gonna do my own door-to-door calling. Dude, I just think that's a cool industry. Why? Because there's a bunch of real dudes out there.
Yeah.
Like I'm speaking at this roofing thing. Win the Storm.
GAF. GAF. I don't know.
No, Win the Storm.
Oh, okay. Never heard of it.
It's a annual roofers convention.
Okay.
like 3,000-4,000. But roofers to me are door to door.
They absolutely are. And the ones that aren't are stupid.
Yeah. So again, I mean, like to me, it's like they're like,
If
hey,
you're doing roofing and you're not door to door, get in the business. That's all I got to say. And
or solar.
yeah, or
so to me, I'm gonna walk out there. You know, you're not allowed to sell. You're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to do that as a speaker.
Yeah.
Well, number one, I don't sell when I speak.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna walk out there and I'm gonna fucking just ultimately, you know, who the fuck said I wasn't allowed to sell here? Like who's running the show? Because I know who it is, and I'm gonna just fucking call him out. Everyone's gonna be laughing, you know, that's all what we should be doing.
Yeah,
sell, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
sell your mom, sell your brother, sell your kids. Because if you're so worried about selling somebody your product, you should switch products.
Yep.
Then that's when people go, he just said that? Yeah, dude. If you're so ashamed of selling a product,
then you don't believe in it.
You don't really want to sell it to your friend.
No.
Like, dude, if I'm selling something, I'm selling you, I'm selling my brother, I'm selling my mom, I'm selling my dad, I'm selling someone at 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
And guess what, dude? I'll sell their freaking aunt, uncle, and everybody else. Why? Dude, you got to have one of these. Have you tried one of these?
It's because you believe. It's because you want them to experience what you're experiencing. Yeah.
Well, and by the way, I can fake that. It's just not
absolutely,
it's just not as effective.
But it's not as powerful or as effective.
Shit I didn't really believe in. So when people say I can't sell it if I don't believe in it, dude, I can sell fucking anything. Okay, I can sell anything.
But not everybody can.
I can. Okay, I'm Superman.
You're Brad
bro.
Lee.
Don't exactly, dude. Right there. Okay. At the end of the day, dude, I can sell anything. I don't have to believe in shit. Yeah. I just won't sell anything.
Yeah. The same. And that's a virtue in itself, though, because the best salesmen are again, cliche or whatever, but the best salesmen are the ones that actually care about what they're doing because it gives them power. It gives them influence. It helps people. People can feel when you're genuine or not. And I always tell people the difference between being pushy and persistent, because everybody says, well, what's that line? Well, when you make it about you versus them or your product versus theirs, you're being pushy. But when you make it hey, I'm on your side, and the only reason I'm here is because I know that you're going to be better off when I leave your house after this, that's persistence.
Yeah, but dude, there is a line, and I'm going to establish it. We're going to save this for the next podcast, but what I want to talk about, maybe I'll do my own podcast on this subject.
Do it.
I'm never alone. A lot of people say, dude, why don't you just do one all by yourself? I'm like, dude, I need to talk to somebody or it's not engaging.
Yeah.
I don't have a story to tell. Like I'm all by myself. But in this case, I have my own opinion and it'd take a while to explain it.
Yeah.
But ultimately, where is that line? Because, dude, listen, there is a line.
Absolutely.
Like some people come in here and I can tell who trained them because they just won't fucking stop. And it's like, dude, that is not how you fucking sell. And I got to tell them, dude, I know, I understand.
Yeah.
I know. Okay. Give me a hug. That ain't how you fucking sell.
One hug and high five and out the door.
Yeah. And if they don't listen, because they don't half the time, because they're just, they're like, oh, someone told me just keep on going. I'm like, dude, slow the fuck down. And you might have a shot. Yeah. You say one more stupid fucking canned bullshit line, we're done talking.
Yep.
And then I can be a dick. Then the
dick comes out.
Yeah, because then I don't care. Like, dude, are you stupid? Get the fuck out of here. I just gave you a wide opening, and you can't walk through the wide opening door I just laid down for you. Get out of here. Yep. Or if I pick up the phone, it's easier. But when I pick up the phone and somebody starts to talk to me in a real drawn out Indian accent, I don't like that. And again, I love India. If you're my Indian brothers, don't get mad at me. But when I get a phone call and it's clearly from somebody in India, and it's like, and I can't understand. It's not like I don't like the voice. I can't understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? And it's like 30 minutes to find out my name is Verpeat. And I'm like, okay, so what are you calling for? A birthday. I'm like, oh, click. Yep. And I always feel bad because it's like, dude, I just can't stand that. So that's number one. But the second biggest one is when it's a fucking canned reading of a pitch. Like, dude, listen, if you guys are in sales and you're told to read a script. Guess what? Read it so many times by yourself and with your friends and family that it becomes second nature. And then you can recite the script.
Yes.
And then once you can recite the script, you actually know what it means. You've done it so many times and you can start to make it yours. And then you own and internalize the script. And then you say a really authentic presentation, because whoever wrote the script is probably laying out the basic fundamental things you need to do. Then you internalize it with your own personal knowledge, and then you blend it with the shit you did at the door where, hey, neat lawn, and you alter it and have the ability to alter it. Now you got a professional salesman. There's no script in the world that I would recommend you follow permanently.
And there's a really easy answer to that too, of how to make it your own. Like, it's not just how do I, like everybody says that, well, what does that mean? Make it my own. Make it a conversation. What do you do when you talk to someone? If you're talking to your friend or your family or whatever, how are you talking to them? You're not speaking like this. You're using filler words. Filler words, in my opinion, are the first key to making a pitch or making a sales presentation your own. Say and, for Pete's sake. Say if. Say it. Say it's okay, because that's a normal conversation. And then wait for that person to respond before you go to the next statement. But yeah, too often these salesmen just walk up the door and and it's just, you're never.
Dude, they're average. They're amateur.
It's done. Yeah.
That's why last time you were here, I think I was telling you to make a VT system, not for Caliber. Yeah. Caliber should again, they did their best. They reached out. They found an online platform. I know you mentioned. That's what their duty is. They did a great job with that, because you know what? They spent the time and money to provide a training system.
Yeah.
They didn't know about Lightspeed. Why? Because I wasn't marketing like a dumbass. Otherwise, you guys wouldn't have had that one, more than likely.
Yeah.
But I thought I was talking to you about, this is the knowledge that you could put in your own system and fucking sell it to all the salespeople in the world. That'll take 4 years of getting their face caved in. That you could save that time just by sending them through your couple hours of courseware, just laying down the basics. Salesmen don't even know the basics.
It's crazy
out there. And again, it's
crazy.
Not a bad thing. It's like, dude, I started the same way.
Yeah.
Like, dude, no one taught me.
No.
I freaking learned by doing it and getting my ass kicked and learning that doesn't work. And then hearing a line from one salesman that was a coke addict. And then, like, he ain't a trainer. He's a fucking cokehead, but goddamn, he came up with a killer line.
You know what
I
hate?
So I learned over the hardest way possible. Yeah. It's called, failure.
You know what I hate, though? I hate it when people say, oh, he's a natural. There's no such thing as a natural-born salesman. Now,
I'm a little bit of a natural.
But you're not a natural-born salesman. I'll tell you what you are, though, because I'm the same way.
I'm naturally cool.
Yeah, of course.
I'm naturally likable, relatable,
you're naturally
believable.
You're a natural communicator.
Persuasion.
So because of how I'm assuming, I don't know a lot about you.
Don't assume. You know what happens when we assume?
Yeah, ass out of you and me sometimes.
Yeah, but see,
But when you're selling, you're winning.
Yeah, but dude, listen. I just said this the other day. That's cliche shit. Never assume.
No.
Dude, you should fucking assume all day long. If you're smart, you'll be assuming a lot. People say never assume. Always assume unless you can confirm. Yes. That's ideal. But if you can't confirm, assume.
I tell my guys, always be closing.
Hey, why am I cussing all of a sudden?
Always be closing, always be assuming. That's what that is. Closing is assuming.
So you must have read my book.
You might have got me on that one. I don't think I have yet. You're going to have to get it to me.
Don't worry about it.
But you got to sign it.
Oh, no. Don't worry about it.
But hey, listen. This is what I'll say. Natural-born salesman.
You don't even know the name of my book, dude. I'm joking. There is a book coming out. It's only in pre-order right now. It's called The Hard Way.
Oh, no. I thought you were saying you already had a book. I ordered it, remember?
Joking.
I sent you.
I was busting your chops.
But hey, natural-born salesman, okay? You're a natural-born communicator, and I'm assuming if you're like me, it's because you grew up in a place where you were surrounded by people who knew how to talk to people, who knew how to communicate, who were persuasive in some way, who were influential. That builds someone who, when they hit the sales floor, that's what makes them a natural salesman. It's not that you're a natural salesman. It's that you have the talents that it takes to be a natural salesman, or whatever you want to call it, right?
Okay.
But the fact of the matter is that it still takes work. And a lot of people look at sales like, oh, it's just this like soft skill. Sales is like anything else. If you want to learn how to play the guitar, if I ask somebody who knows how to play the guitar really well, how many hours did you spend strumming the strings? How many bloody calluses?
10,000 if they're good.
Yeah. What were your calluses like? Oh, they were bleeding. Okay. So if you're not a good salesman, it's because you don't have the bleeding calluses that it takes to be a good salesman. Just like it would take a guitar player to become a great guitar player. But there are those few people who grow up in a place where they know how to communicate for whatever reason, or they learn what it means to be influential or add value, right?
Or they're more, or they have a better sense of humor.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of things. Like, dude, if a beautiful girl came in, I'm gonna be like, yeah, what's up? What's up?
Yep.
Easier than if like I saw this crazy lady walking in with some big eye, and you know, like who? Oh my God, who's this?
Yeah.
Everyone go, oh, that's terrible. Yeah, but it's just the truth, man. It's just the truth.
Yep.
And so anyone can develop the skill. Even the big-eyed lady that no one's gonna let approach, dude. That could be who you buy from once her skills start being implemented.
Some of the weirdest looking dudes I have ever met are the ones that are freaking killing it on the doors.
You don't have to be good looking,
dude.
to freaking kick ass in sales, dude. I know some real doozies that were the top of the list all the time, dude.
Yep.
Like they would smile and it looked like their tongue was in jail. I'm like, dude, like, holy shit, what the hell? And he's like, "Hep, that don't seem to care, and they'd have these little analogies and quick one-liners and shit. They were funnier than hell, and people would be like, "Come on in."
Yeah, I love
they'd leave drinking a beer, shit. They'd go fishing afterwards, like, dude.
And everybody else is like, "What,
dude? You're not competing with those guys. You know why? Because those guys aren't selling, dude. They're making friends."
You know what else though? 9 times out of 10, I bet you that person also had the past where they didn't have it. They grew up poor. They grew up in a bad situation, whatever it was, that made them have to take control, that made them have to figure out how to add value. I didn't have a lot of money growing up. My family was poor. That's why I went out and freaking mowed lawns. I figured out a way to get the ice cream at school. You know what I'm saying? Like,
now that would open up a whole nother episode. And we're an hour 15.
Yeah, bro.
Any longer, I'm gonna have to charge you.
We keep going.
Damn, dude, I had an hour slotted for this.
Yeah, it's just too good. I told you they weren't ready for this one.
Next time you're in town, let's talk about the growing up and the not having any money.
Absolutely.
Let's focus on the past. See if we can't drag down our future.
Let's do it.
What do you believe about fucking people focusing on the past? Do it or don't do it.
It depends. I think you know, it's
mostly.
So you know Tim Grover, the
damn well. You want me to call him?
You know, I just met him at the door-to-door convent. They say don't meet your heroes. He is the opposite of that. I mean, the guy's incredible. And the thing about Tim is a lot of people push against this idea that he teaches in his book called The Dark Side. But
embrace it.
Oh man,
everybody's got
all
one.
Day. And the dark side is what gives you the power and the fuel to want more. And all day. So when you ask, do you focus on the past? Hell yeah. If your past is dark enough that it makes you never want to go back there and it makes you never want your kids. I have a brand new boy. He's 8 months old. There's no way in hell my boy is going to go through what I went through as a kid. Never. It doesn't matter what it takes. It doesn't matter what I need to do. He will never, ever, ever have to wonder if we have heat from the winter. Ever. Never going to happen. That's the dark side.
Why? You live in Arizona?
No, I live in Idaho.
Oh.
It's cold.
I see.
But for real, like but I grew up in New York, and it's cold in the winters there, and we did not have the money to have lots of heat. But anyway,
see, folks, I'm going to have him back so we can talk about that. See, that was going to be more interesting than our whole chit chat debate here. Fuck, people are going to be like, "God damn, should have been talking about that to begin with." But I'm gonna have to.
Hey, we could do it again and release it later.
I'm gonna have to invite you back only because I got to roll, dude. I'm not as rich as you, bro. I don't get to gallivant around the country.
Please.
Getting on podcasts and
you're Brad Lee.
Freaking go and get my beard groomed.
Get out of here. Come to my wife.
You groom that beard?
Bro, my wife's the best barber in the freaking country.
Idaho?
Oh, yeah.
Is she in Idaho?
Yeah.
Where at?
Rexburg.
Yep.
Come
on
down.
How far is that from Boise?
Come on down. We'll trim you up. 4 hours west.
How far is it from Coeur d'Alene?
I'm not sure, actually.
Because if you're going to see me in Idaho, it's going to be in Coeur d'Alene. Well, dude, it's Idaho.
Well, next time,
Coeur d'Alene, isn't it?
Next time I'll come with her to Vegas, and she'll get you all trimmed up.
Dude, I just started doing the old barber.
Dude,
with the high top.
Once you go to a barber, you never go back to a salon ever.
Yeah, I just started. I'm like, dude, they're way better.
Like what? Like now you're thinking like, what was I thinking?
Dude, I don't even understand why. Because when I was a little kid, they brought me to the barbershop.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I go to the barbershop?
Yeah.
Because I wanted a salon to style my hair.
It's all about the barbershop.
No, now I want a fucking nice
you got
high
that
tight
warm
fade.
Towel.
High tight fade. Line it up.
Did they get you with the razor and the cream?
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh yeah,
they're good.
That's where it's at.
All right, dude. Listen, next time you're in town, swing by. We'll shoot the shit another time.
Hey, can I throw a plug in there real quick?
Yeah, but real quick, folks, pay attention. Wendt on Instagram, Facebook, Wendt, Wendt is how you spell Wendt.
Yep.
Check him out if you want to learn shit.
Ian.Wendt. Ian. ianwendt.com. Sorry, that's my website.
Reach out to him if you want a job.
And I am writing a book as well, so you can sign up to know when that's going to be released, and you'll be the first to get
Don't
that.
be a puss. Do pre-launch.
That's what I'm doing.
No, you just said sign up so you'll know when it's launched. Like, fucking go buy it.
That's
Is it for sale at that website? See, why not?
All right.
You just collecting names.
Fair enough. We'll put it up.
Okay, at the end of the day, dude, I did a book. You
Yeah.
want to go buy it? Go pre-order it.
Yeah,
right on my website, dude. And how much is the book? $24.95.
$24.95.
And guess what?
$30 with shipping.
That's right. I said $4.95 for shipping.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Yep.
Sold 1,000 of them already.
I believe it.
Now, guess what? Ain't no fucking book.
Yeah.
Now what?
Now you got to get it done.
Exactly. Are you going to get it done?
Absolutely.
See, that's why I don't care. I'll take your money. Why? Because that book is coming when I said it's coming, dog. It's not might be. And by the way, I do have it almost done now. But back then, when I did it, I charged. Because, dude, what if you say it's $24.95 and you tell everybody, and 6 months later, dude, 2 people gave you $24.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fucking hit refund and don't worry about selling the book because it ain't going to sell.
Yeah.
That's the way I looked at it. Now, some people are like, oh, you should do a book if that's in your heart. See what I mean? Like, guys, everybody quit acting like everything's everything. Like, dude, how about let's just make some money and share some knowledge?
Yeah.
My book is going to save somebody a ton of time and a ton of money. And I don't know your training, but I'll bet you if someone hired you as a coach, it's going to save them time and money.
Absolutely.
Why? Because you've already learned shit and they haven't.
Yep.
If I'm going to go MMA fight, I hire a fucking ex-MMA champion. He's going to save me some ass beatings.
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no?
Absolutely.
Doesn't mean I'm not going to get my ass beat.
No.
It means he's going to save me some.
Yeah.
Or a broken arm.
Save you a lot of pain.
Or some healing time.
Mm-hmm.
So I recommend coaches, books, anything. So I'd write a book even if you're not going to sell it. But, dude, I would say right now, go change that and start telling people, go pre-order my book right now or you're going to pay more for it.
You heard it from the man.
Because, dude, I'm going to sell my book for $34.95 when it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
And the $24.95 is over. Plus, I got this branding iron that they gave me with my Lightspeed
saw
claw.
that.
So I'm going to brand it and make all the pre-orders special somehow and sign them. Yeah. But then I'm going to raise the price. You know why? I don't care if you buy my book.
It's a hobby.
Yeah, well, $34. Fuck that. Okay, don't buy it.
Don't buy it.
Now someone else is going to come along and be like, dude, you didn't read that book. And then they're going to go, fuck, I need to read that book.
I got to buy it.
Yeah, I want to reward the people that take action.
Yeah.
That's who deserve the most is the people that take action. So this will drop in a few days. You got a few days, dude. So let's correct that, bro.
Fair enough.
Tell them to go buy your fucking book.
Go buy my book.
And it'll
It's
be
on my
shipping,
website.
and it'll be shipping shortly.
Yep.
Go fucking pre-order.
And then if you have any conferences, anything you want me to speak at, please book me at that site. There's a sign-up form for that as well, and I'd be happy to come speak and help you guys scale and grow for sales, for marketing, whatever else. And then if you're 20 to 26, Caliber is the place to be.
Want a job?
Reach out to me. We'll put you on the doors. It's hard work. It's definitely not for the faint of heart, but if you got that bone in you and you're willing to learn, we'll make you more money than you've ever made. You're not going to worry about whether or not you can eat a piece of pizza and drink a soda at nighttime if you're in school.
Bro, I got to help you with your pitch, man. You just said if you got that bone in you.
What?
Don't nobody want no bone in them. What are you doing to people?
The hard work bone.
Oh, I thought you said if you got a bone in you.
Oh, the hard work bone.
What? You just eliminated all the freaking dudes that were thinking about calling you.
The hard work bone.
If you want a bone in you, get a hold of me. Anyway, I'm just messing with you.
All
Folks, thanks for tuning in. Share it out. Subscribe. Tell your friends and family. And until next time, keep it real.